Good morning, welcome to another session. Let me know if you can hear me. Right, let me know if you can hear me before I start. So if you can hear me, if anyone is there, confirm that you can hear me before I begin the lesson. Okay, so if screen is good and you can hear me, then I am good to start. Alright, cool. let's start with the dollar as usual. I left these lines on purpose so we can see what dollar has done over the last 24 hours. It's quite, if you don't understand what's going on the chart, it's quite a bit, everywhere, right? 1 minute is going up, 1 minute is going down. So you have to have a firm belief or a firm direction in terms of where you're looking for price to go, so that you do not keep changing your mind as to what price should do. Okay, so price went up into a level that we expected, and it came down. First target, second target, didn't quite get there, and then we see this move up. I was expecting this move up from that 50 level, because that 50 level should, or ideally, is where price explodes to the upside for the continuation. Okay, and they've just left it there like this. So my thoughts right now is, how do we trade from here? Today is Friday. I'm not gonna push my luck too much because we've done a lot over the week. So ideally today I would be like, okay, I've done much for the week, so maybe today will be a day just to kick back and save the money that I've made, or save the profits that I've made over the week. Okay, because I'm gonna say something that might shock you. Most of the time, when you've made enough profit for the week, okay, when price has moved significantly for the week, and you try to continue to catch more trades, especially when you've made enough means you've made a lot of gains for the week. When you try to make or attempt to make more, you tend to give back. Okay, you tend to give back. So I'll cancel you if you're watching, anyone watching. It's a piece of advice. Whenever you've made enough for the week, always try to sit back. Do not try and think you can continue banking. Because the more you enter the market, the more you expose yourself to risk. And the more you expose yourself to risk, the more you're likely price is going to go against you. I don't say it is going to, but because you place yourself in the market, that's where you are likely, because if you're not in the market, you're not likely to take any risk. But once you enter the market, then you expose yourself to risk. So if you've made substantial gain for the week, maybe today will be a day that you just want to watch and see what price will do. Okay, so with that said, on the 4-hour, we did come to this last up candles wick, and then we rejected. Remember, I was not in front of the screen at this time. Maybe I would have prompted you, but this is what I talked about, I think Monday or Tuesday. When you have a large range, price tries to go back up to rebalance to the last up candle and then drop back down again. So looking at what price is doing now, we could see potentially a sideways market. Why? Because price has come back up, rebalance this, and then now we've gone all the way back down to rebalance that. Okay, we've rebalanced this move to the downside, and we've rebalanced this move to the upside, which is this one here. So now price can trade anyway. Where we are right now is 50-50. Price can go up, price can go down, and I don't like being in that situation. Okay, that's what I was being taught. When you have a 50-50 scenario, don't trade. And that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. So on euro, I think on euro, we still have this upside objective to be met, which is rebalancing all this. I think today's down candle is possible. Maybe not today, it could be today, I don't know, but rebalancing to that one is possible. Okay, they've shoot back down to rebalance all this to the down candle right there. Okay, and then we see price now pushing up. They could take it all the way up again and hit this level, which in line with the dollar will come back down and hit that 50 level. I will go with I'll go with that because of this move to the downside, rebalancing, and then naturally or normally price will push back down as a continuation. All right, so I will go with this, and then if we do come back up and trade above this high, then I will change my bias, and then I will look for now this high and that high to be taken, and then this high. Yeah, overall that's where I think price is gonna go, but for now maybe it's gonna take its time, so I'll still look for a move back down here to this level. So with that, then euro could rally back up here and then into the last up candle up there. British pound is just dead at the moment, but dead and alive. Yesterday it swung back down, and now we are reacting off from the 168. Right, 168 on the daily is very significant. Yeah, 168 on the daily, that's extreme. This is extreme. Right, price has dropped too quick in a short period of time, so we might get a bounce, a proper bounce. Yesterday, like I did mention, we needed to trade above this this down candle before we could see a continuation to the upside. But I think the news that came out from the ECB caused euro pound to rally abnormally. If you go onto euro pound, you're gonna see this candle. It's crazy candle, wiping everything out. Okay, so that's what caused pound to drop that much yesterday. We are trading at the 168. If you look on the weekly, I did place my fib on the weekly right here, and if I change this to OTE, we are not far from 50%. I'm sorry, the 618%. This is the weekly time frame. We do have a little gap in here and the down candle there, so that's where my focus is on right now. Even though the 618 can cause price to reject and push inside this range, I'm yet to see that. We do have this swing high in here. If we do breach above that, then I'm confident that we will be coming inside back this range, so we could be a buyer at this up candle, but for now it's just dead. So maybe stay away from this for now. Do not try to catch the long for now. Let's wait for a proper break of structure before we can go in for longs. Okay, if it does come up here and you want to sell for a continuation to the downside, you can by all means do so, because the 4-hour is bearish, so you can still sell for a continuation to the downside. Okay, to there and there. So if it does retrace up, by all means you can sell it, because the trend is still bearish, okay, on the 4-hour and on the daily. Okay, New Zealand dollar, we do have a break. This last up candle could potentially hold price a little bit before pushing through it. If we get the dollar to push up, then this thing will die down and clean that equal low here. Yeah, I still suspect this equal low is still on my radar. Into this last down candle. Yeah, it's still on my radar into that down candle there. So right now we've come back down to rebalance this little gap. Okay, that's what price came back down to do, rebalance this low gap, and it could potentially push higher again, but we have a up candle in here that could prevent it. So maybe today we might stay sideways. We might get some rejection up in here. We might get some rejection up in here, and then we might stay sideways. Okay, the king is awake. Okay, we might get some rejection and price might stay sideways. So this pair, stay away for now. If you're still long, keep it. Okay, the 4-hour is trying to push up. Okay, so if you're long, still keep some of it. Do not change to go and sell it. Okay, it's still bull. I just don't like this one because of Aussie New Zealand. If Aussie New Zealand keeps pushing up, I'm always going to buy the Aussie. Okay, so if you jump onto Aussie, you see the difference. Aussie is trying to continue its up move. Right, so if you didn't catch the long down here, maybe a break above this is just wick. Let's go to the lower time frame. Yeah, this could be a buy, a more buy for continuation to the upside. So if you didn't catch the long down here, once you break above this high, wait for a pullback and then buy it and still target that high. Okay, the daily is still bullish. We came down and rejected, so we are still bullish. Okay, Euro yen price has come back to entry. Just let it do what it wants to do. Okay, like I did mention, I was expecting that pullback from here, so let price do what it wants to do, and then maybe it's gonna move down next week. You never know. Alright, so still keep this dollar Swiss. We fell short to hit the level that I was looking for, which was here. Yeah, that's where I wanted to see price hit and then give this kind of pullback. But it's understandable because we do have a low gap in here. Okay, the gap itself is enough sometimes. Okay, it's the gap plus the down candle that makes this whole area sensitive. Yeah, the gap and the down candle that makes this area sensitive. So if we are lucky, it will come to the down candle. If not, then it will stay in the gap and then push up. But because it's a stage, okay, it goes down in stages. Okay, the gap is where it will find support first, and then if it doesn't continue going up, it's gonna swing back down to the down candle and then push up. So this could be a trap to catch members to join the long and then come back down, stop them out, hit the down candle and then move up. So do not try to chase this. I still like the down candle there. On the hourly, however, we have traded above this up candle. So this up candle could, I'm not saying it's going to, it could provide support and send price up again. So watch this up candle here. It could provide support and send price higher. If we break through this, then I think we might be coming down to attack this low and hit the down candle on the 4 hour. Okay, so watch this up candle. Okay, yesterday I'm gonna go on to Euro New Zealand quickly and then show you something here. How these up candles on the buy side operates. Okay, so once we break above them, it will come back and find support. We break above them, come back to it, find support, breaks above them, right here, and find support there. And then the last one, which I marked up there, it broke it and then found support and then went up to almost the first target. Okay, that's how I see the down candles, the up candles to be when we are in a buy. So we could find support here and then push up above this. All right, so if it's gonna support price, we will see it and then it will push through this. All right, so if you do see price push through this, then obviously you know they are going to support the up candles. Then you can be a buyer at the next up candle and target price to come to the last up candle in here or this down candle. Okay, so if we break through this, then price is going to come to this down candle and then maybe a continuation to the upside because the daily is bullish. Yeah, the daily has broken to the upside. The daily has broken to the upside right there after a stop run, and it came to the down candle on the daily, right? So we could see a potential continuation. So if we do break that level that I've marked there, look for a trade to this last up candle and then hold on to some to see if price is gonna continue and break this high for a continuation to the upside. Dollar CAD, we did find support at that down candle on the daily, like I did mention. Yeah, that's the daily down candle there. I want you to look at the level I did mark out yesterday. If we break above it, right here, yeah, if we break above it, it should find support. Okay, and that's what it did. This thing is in my place. Give me a second, guys. Let me sort the kin out. Okay, so that area could support price and send price higher. like I did mention, and that's what you got there. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Maybe if I think 7 o'clock I was out doing some stuff, so if I was here, probably I would have taken a bit of a trade on that. But it was looking very interesting area. Why? Because they did run stops. Okay, whenever they run stops and reject, that's high probability trade. Why? Because once the stops are being run, okay, once the stops are being run, price doesn't come back down here. Yeah, it's not allowed. It can, but usually most of the time it doesn't. Why? Because the job that they need to do down here is already been done. Give me 1 second. All right. Once they've run stops, right, price barely comes back down. So the area that they've marked, the area that they run the stops, you always look at there and see, okay, where was the origin of where price came back and run stops. So it started from here and then came back down and run the stops. Once it's broken above it, which is essentially where I was marking out, that area should act as support and send price up. Okay, and that's what you see there. Okay, so that was a very good I think a very good trade, and price has now come back down, so we could see this thing push up again on this time frame. Yeah, not explosive move for upside, but we could see price push up and take out this high. Okay, we could see price from here take out this high. So if you like, you can take it. If not, then just sit out like I did advise in the beginning. If you made enough for the week, sit out and watch, and take I won't say take advantage, but take notice of what you've learned and see how they are moving on price, or how they are panning out. Okay, so you build your understanding. All right, so that's what is on dollar CAD. Euro pound, no words to describe. Okay, look at those candles. That is someone that entered the market with some huge orders. Okay, I think this was inside trading. They knew the news was coming out. They knew what was going to happen. Remember, we talked about the Euro news. That's the Euro news right there. They knew what was coming, and they took advantage of it. Okay, that's someone with big money in the market right there. Okay, and they clean out all this area, including this high. So right now, I have no idea what price is gonna do from here. Yeah, we could reach for that level there, because at the moment there's nothing here to say, okay, price is gonna come here and then reject. There's nothing there. It's like we are trading in no man's land right now. So the only thing I could say are these two levels. Okay, that one and that, and then that high. So on the upside, these are the things I see for upside objectives, and then on the downside we do have a one-way traffic system, which is all up candles. So we could see a rebalancing. Let's delete all this. Okay, we could see a rebalancing. They've engineered some nice equal lows here as well, so we could see a rebalancing back up to the last down candle, and then if they get here, I think they might take out this low. So let's see how price unfolds today and then tomorrow. So ideally I'll stay out on this one for now, and then see how price develops today, Monday, Tuesday. Maybe we'll get a swing high to form, and then we can take advantage of a 50% retracement. So if we do get a swing high to form, this is a really good one because it was all up candles. So when it's all up candles, it's good because we could see a pullback, and then because all these are up candles, is even better. We could get a rebalancing on the up candle. So let's be patient and let a swing high form, and then we can take advantage of that. Okay, Aussie, New Zealand. I think we've gone to our third target. So it's left with our fourth one. Let's have a look. Yeah, so we are now looking for a run above this equal high. All right. Yeah, that's where we are sitting right now. So we are looking for a run above the equal high for now. All right. We will find some resistance up here because if we go onto the daily, is the last up candle there. Okay, so price could find a bit of trouble trying to break it, so we could be in another maybe a day or two in this one. However, we do have this down candle here, and it did take out some stops, so it could stay in this area for now and then push up. I still think we might get a push up in here and then potentially a run above that high. Give me 1 second. Okay, we could see price bounce off from this down candle and then hit this one and then potentially trade above this high. It's a higher high, so that's why I've got this up candle marked out, because it could find support there. Okay, this high is higher than that one. All right, so we could find support there. Euro New Zealand, what can I say? That was a beautiful entry, and I think most of you probably couldn't, but ideally we almost got to TP1, which should, in my opinion, should be taken. Yeah, as soon as price breached this high. Okay, so I had 3 positions on. Obviously, like I did mention yesterday, I was closed out, so I did manage to get another entry right here. I managed to get an entry right here. Yeah, back up in here. That's when I got another entry. How did I what did I use to get the entry? So we had a low here, a high, and then we breached it. So that was a stop run, and then we rejected. Okay, once I saw the rejection, then I bought in here. So I bought with 3 positions, and I took one off above this high, and I had one here because this is a daily high. Above daily highs there will be stops, or there could be orders. Okay, so above daily highs and lows there's always orders, so you want to take notice of that. So once we breach this high, my first TP was taken, and I had one there, and that didn't get triggered, and then price has come back to my entry. So if I did push my stop to entry, I would have been stopped out by now. So my stops are still down there. I still fancy seeing price push up. If we do break above this high, I might add the one that I took off, I might add it back on. Right, so I'm watching. As we are watching, it's pushing up. Right, if we break above this high, I might add my longs back on, the one I took off back on, and then take it off here. Yeah, take both of them off here. So let's see what price does today. Euro Aussie, this is why I'm not going with this, because I don't like, if I'm bullish on Aussie New Zealand, I want to go with Euro New Zealand. Okay, that's why we are staying off from here, but it's still valid. If you want to go long, you can by all means do so. Aussie Yen target 2 was reached yesterday, and we could see a continuation to the upside. Why? Because the daily is bullish. Okay, the daily is bullish. I did give you a homework, or I gave an assignment yesterday, studying bullish or down candles prior to a move up. Okay, so this could be a potential down candle. We breached it, came back down to the middle. So if I remove all this, if I measure this, sorry, not 1, 2, there. Okay, we're measuring the body, finding support at the 50%, and then a continuation to the upside. That's how these down candles behave. Okay, like I did say, steady it. So on the 4-hour, we did come back down into a gap, which again is the down candle on the daily middle. Yeah, that gap, it can act as support and then send price up. So if you're still bullish, hold on to it and then look for a continuation to the upside. All right. Again, between them two, I prefer the Aussie. You can't go for both of them because Euro New Zealand can stay sideways, but I prefer Aussie. So it's a preference. They are all the same. Okay, so whichever one you want, you can go for. Euro Yen, like I kept mentioning, I have no opinion on this right now because I don't see anything to frame a trade on at the moment. So I'll just let you decide what you want to do with this. Okay, but I still see price. We almost got there, but I still see price coming to this last up candle there. CAD Yen, after target 2 was hit, we came back down and we found support, and it's now pushing up. I want to see how today will end. If today ends above this, then I'll be very confident that next week we'll be running this high. Yeah, if we end up today being above here, then I'll be very confident that next week we'll be running this high. So let's see how this ends today. If we end up above here next week, we'll be looking for a run above this high. For now, it looks like we are currently sitting, okay, this week's range, because we started Monday and then we drove down and we've come back to 618. That's where we find support. Okay, again, I've thought this, you want to be steady in it and see that relationship. Okay, but let's see if we can breach this high. If we do, then I'll be confident that next week we might see potentially price running these highs in here, because they've already done runs on stops down here. Yeah, right here you can see they've already run stops, right? And then we have equal highs sitting up there. Okay, so smart money, if they run stops, and they picked up orders, okay, it's two things that's going to happen: rebalancing and then price changing direction. So with all these move to the downside to run this stop, two things can happen. One, rebalancing. So rebalancing to where this last up candle here, rebalancing to the last up candle there, and a potential, two things: rebalancing here, we drop down, or stop run and then we take out this side. Those are the two options. Okay, so it's either they are running stops, coming back to rebalance and then send price down, or they are running stops and then coming back up to take out this high. Those are the two scenarios. Okay, so let's see if we run above this high, then I'll start suspecting they're gonna take out this high. But again, I'll go and check what I thought yesterday. Okay, using we're gonna do a part 3 today using the futures market, and then determine which or what should happen. Pound, yen also died yesterday. Yeah, we almost got to the 618. So I think we do have what I suspect to be the sell. Yeah, the down candle supported price. So that means down candles broken is going to support price. So we might see this low also support price and send price down, and then next target will be down here. Okay, let's go on the weekly. Yep, it looks high probable that they might come down here. On the daily, this down candles low, they might come die. Right, like I said, I will teach about this in future. Yeah, I'll teach about this in future, how you will be using, once they break, okay, you'll be using them as a area of interest, because that's where they did business prior to price moving up. So the same area they'll be doing business before price goes down. Okay, so price might find support here and send it up back up to this area. All right, so let's see what price will do. If not, if we take out this low, then all hail to the downside again, and we might be coming to take out this low. Okay, how ironic, price has gone to my wick. my my divergence too. Okay, so that's what I was expecting, and then this one will hold and do this. Okay, so for now, I think we've dropped down significantly and we've taken out this low. That low being taken, there's a lot of money sitting right there. Okay, let's investigate on the weekly, because there's a lot of money sitting below a weekly low. We do have a low and a lower low, so we might not see price break through this easily. So the first area of interest would be the down candles opening price, this one and that one. Those are the two levels I'll be watching. So this one and that one, these are the two levels I'll be watching. Okay, we've come to the first one, so I'll be watching that. Just like we saw the push up we saw on dollar CAD. Let's go back to dollar CAD. Right, this one. Yeah, we had a low, a lower low, price comes back down, hits it, and then reject and go up. We could potentially see something like that on this one. Again, we've dipped below a swing low. Okay, so that's sell side liquidity below a low. So we could potentially see a rejection somewhere in here. So be mindful with, if you're short, be mindful. These two levels could cause some quick rejection. Let's go into the 4-hour and see if we do have any 4-hour levels in there. The first one we have nothing there, but the second one we do have this low gap in here. Yeah, we do have a low gap in there, so maybe the second one. How I will do this is always wait for a break in structure. Okay, wait for a break in structure. Or we do have the up candles. This is a nice up candles layered on the way down. So we start from here. We have one there. We have one beautiful one in here, and then we have one beautiful one in here as well. So these are layered, right? So wait for a break above them and then you buy them. Okay, I'm starting to, the more I do it, the more you will see it, and then the more you will understand why I put them there. All right, so if we do see price reject, trade above this, it should find support and then continue going up. Okay, so do not try to buy it at the moment, and if you're short, make sure you've taken most of your profit off. Same thing with this one here. We do have some nice layered down candles, up candles on the way down. I have so many lines on here. Let's remove them. Let's go back to the daily and then see why and where we'll be expecting a rejection. So we do have a low and a lower low, so we'll be expecting some rejection in here. All right, we'll be expecting some form of a rejection in here, and if we go back up, we could see the layered area where they did, or they are buying. And then we have one right here. So these are the three standing out at the moment. So if we do find support here, wait for price to break above this, buy it, take something off here, retrace, break, buy, take something off, retrace, buy. Okay, and I'll use this as an example. This is how I mean. I think I've already shown you in here. Yeah. So yeah, so these up candles, okay, once we break above them, retrace, buy it. This is a 50-minute time frame, so you cannot buy here and take profit off there, but if the profit gap is big, then you buy it. Okay. You also have a break above this, retracement, buy it, a break above the last one, which was here. Yeah, break above it, retrace, then you buy it. Same thing on this. Let's go back to this. Okay, same thing on here. So if we do get price to be supported here, and then it breaks above it, then you buy. There's a huge gap between the two, which is of 140 pips. So it'll be a good idea to take some profit once we hit the that area. Okay. I think Europound has exploded up again. Yeah, this thing it's like a vertical line. This is absolutely crazy. It's gonna die off quickly as well. The higher the monkey climbs, the more it exposes itself. So the higher it climbs, the harder the fall. Okay, so let's be patient and let it turn around, and then we catch the fall. Okay, again, they've layered these areas beautifully. I like the way it's being layered. This is nice price action. We do have a mini one here, and then we have one there. See how these are being placed in the market. So they are buying here, they bought more there, they bought more there, and then they are buying more here. Okay, when price turns around, they're going to sell. They're going to sell here. Price will bounce off here, maybe back up here, and then sell again, bounce, all right. I want you to go back in your chart and then do some studies on this last, find them, and then study how they react. Okay, this is algorithm. I can't even pronounce the word. Algorithmic trading, if I'm right. Algorithmic trading. Yeah, this is price delivery. Price is being delivered. Okay, it's going in. It's like it's being pre-programmed. Okay, to go up, pause, go up, pause, go up, pause, go up, pause, and then when it turns around, run, pause, run, pause, run, pause. All right, so I'll have this pound New Zealand on my chart because I will be very interested when price gets here. I might even, it's not a big stop. Today is Friday. We've been dropping from Monday, so we might get what my mentor deemed as TGIF. TGIF is, thank God it's Friday trade. So once we've moved significantly from Monday to Friday, always expect to see some form of a bounce for the week. Okay, expect to see some form of a bounce for the week. So the bounce will be Monday high to wherever the low will form, let's say here. Then I'll use my TGIF. Okay, and then I'll be expecting price to come to the 20% and the 30% respectively. So I'll be expecting price to bounce from here, 20%, 30% there as a TGIF trade. Yeah, so that's what I'll be watching for. All right, let's see if something like that will pop out today. Okay, so my fib settings, if you want to know, it's 20% and 30%. You just double click on there. So it's 20% and 30%, and then 0 and 1 as a TGIF trade on Fridays. Okay, New Zealand CAD price found support at our opening price and is pushing up. I think the daily is bullish, but we didn't even trade to 50%, so I'll be like to just look at this as nothing. Okay, because there's nothing really interesting going on in here. It's just gradually grinding down, gradually grinding up. But I did mention something yesterday on this one. If you did pay attention, that the fact that we had smart money enter the market with this push up. Okay, we had smart money enter the market with this push up. If you see price come back down, remember there was nothing like that in here, but the only place I saw elephant in the room is here. So if you see price coming back down, you could be a buyer on that down candle, and that's where price is supporting and it's pushing up. So you could, or if you did catch it, you are in a very handsome trade. Okay, again, like I said, I have not been on the chart since I think 5 o'clock yesterday. I've just come on the chart and I'm looking at it with you guys. So that's, if you did catch it, well done. A beautiful trade, catching smart money. Okay, you want to see explosion, price comes back down to rebalance, and then we should see a continuation. Take notice of that explosion. If you see price coming back down, find the last down candle, that should be rebalanced, and if that's the one you need to pay attention to, the trend is bullish, then you go with it. If the trend is bearish, this is not good, but because the trend is bullish, I have highlighted that from the daily. So because the trend is bullish, this is a high probability trade. Bitcoin is still sideways, came back to my entry, now price went back down, so there's nothing to say on this one, rather than if you do trade it right now, be a bit frustrated to be looking at it because price is not doing anything. And then dollar, gold, look at gold. You will appreciate these imbalances. Okay, start appreciating them because they do work like crazy. If I go onto the 15-minute chart, you're gonna see precision of how the up candle stopped price. Yeah, in here, that's the last up candle prior to this move down, and that's where price stopped. Okay, and then price died off again. Okay, so that's the rebalancing of up candles and down candles after an explosive move. So on this, I still fancy a long. If you do get here, do get yourself a long. Okay, I like that area. So we'll keep doing this so that it will be ingrained. Right, if you do get down here, do look for long, and like I said, I'll keep doing this so that it will be ingrained in your mind. Okay, push up, rebalance, a continuation. Push down, rebalance, a continuation. All right. We did have one on I think we've got some movement going on. I'm not sure, but let's carry on. I'm interested. I'm interested. Let's have a look. You have a consolidation. Consolidate, we break down. Let's go back to this one. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a rejection from here. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a rejection from here. Keep your eye on it whilst I go through the lesson. Okay, keep your eye on it. I just don't want to be distracted because I want to watch it. I want to watch it, but I need to carry on. So if you have any pair recommendation you want me to look at, by all means send it so that I will look at it for you. If not, then I'll jump into part 3 of what we were doing yesterday. Okay, so if you do have a pair recommendation, send it and then I'll look at it for you before I move on to part 3 of what we were doing yesterday. Yeah, it's moving. We have 1, 2, 3. We have the third stage, so we have moved 3 stages. Back in here, I did highlight them here. Okay, so we've moved down in 3 stages, 1, 2, 3. So if we break above this high, okay, this is high level. Like if you try to buy down here, it takes guts. Okay, it takes guts to buy down here, right? But if you're patient enough and then price breaks above this, then that's fine. Yeah, but here it takes guts. It takes a lot of courage to buy down here. Okay, but if we break above that, then we could see maybe not the first one break, but we could see price straight here for the end of the week, maybe, and then next week we might see, if we do break above this, we might see price break this high as well. Okay, so be mindful and watch it. All right. Is that okay, Michael? Yeah, I posted. I was looking at the king in the house. All right, so let's jump to, because I'm being distracted. Let's jump to the futures market and then go through some of the stuff that we did go through yesterday. I think I deleted these three. I don't know why they are back on it again. So delete, and delete, and let's have just the futures market. Okay, so today we have two people that are being beaten up. Right, so you can clearly see who is the dumbest. British pound and the yen, they are being dummy. Why? Dollar is dropping and they are dropping as well, so they are being dummy. We also have the clever one who is trying to be a dummy. He's trying to be clever, but he's a dummy, which is the CAD. Okay, so we have three pairs that are weak today, and then we have three pairs that are strong today, and one of them is neutral, which is the Swiss. Okay, so there's a lot of pairs that could be traded, pairing them with each other. So New Zealand yen. So if you go to New Zealand yen, right, that's what we see. If we go to New Zealand pound, you've already seen the New Zealand pound, which is died off. Yeah, and then we have the New Zealand CAD. If you look at New Zealand CAD, you can now see why New Zealand CAD is doing what it's doing. And then we have the Aussie. Now the Aussie is the strongest pair out there today. Yeah, Aussie is the strongest pair out there today. So Aussie against the pound, no wonder it's like that. Yeah, no wonder it's like that. And then we have the Aussie against the Japanese yen, and that's the one I did point your attention to. Where is it? Aussie Japanese yen. There, that's the one I pointed your attention to. And then we have the Aussie CAD, which is the one I did mention a couple of minutes ago, that it was really nice trade. Okay. So you begin to see how using these futures and understanding the relationship between them and the dollar will put you on it's like you're setting the casino on your side. You put probability on your side, you stack probability on your side. Why? Because you begin to understand that when the dollar should be bullish or when the dollar is bearish, these pairs will be doing the opposite. But not all of them will do the opposite. Some of them will drag their feet. And if you use yesterday's analogy that I used, it should be very clear that when price, or when the commander, which is the dollar, is going down, all the soldiers should be standing. And if the commander is standing, all the soldiers should be going down. Okay, so if you see any of them doing the opposite of what they should be doing, i.e. commander is going down, and then you see any of them going down with the commander, that one should be beaten up. Okay, and then if you see the commander going up and all of them should be going down, and then you see one going up with it, with the commander, that one is considered as smart. Okay, so because it's smart, you can use that to beat the others. Okay, don't confuse yourself with because when I taught this back in the days, I think the guys got confused with the fact that, okay, why when the dollar is going down, all of them should be going up, and then the ones that goes down should be the one beaten. But when the dollar is going up and all of them are going down, the one that stands is doing the beating. Okay, you need to understand that difference, because once you understand that difference, then you find it easier to pair, to do the cross pairs. Okay, so let's see if we do get the dollar to change direction and we start pushing up, then I will do the opposite. We'll come back to this lesson and then we do the opposite and see how that also works out. Okay, so in order to see in order for us to see, let's say a pair like let's say New Zealand CAD. Okay, in order for us to see New Zealand CAD, maybe when the dollar is going down, the dollar is going up, let's delete all this. So this is the dollar is going up, right? When it's going up, New Zealand should be going down, so New Zealand should be bearish. If New Zealand is going down and then CAD, okay, CAD decides to go up with the dollar, then you know CAD is stronger than New Zealand, therefore CAD can beat this. So you come on here and then what you do is you sell that. Okay, you sell that. So if you check in here, you're gonna see what I'm talking about, that the New Zealand was weaker and the CAD was stronger. From the 31st, between the 31st of July to the 20th of August. Okay, between 31st of July and 20th of August, if you check, you're gonna see that the CAD was stronger than New Zealand. Let's go and check and put them side by side. And let's put New Zealand here and then CAD there. And let's zoom in a little bit. Let's zoom in. And then let's look at 31st of July. Let's mark 31st of July out. 31st of July, we were right here. And then 31st of July, we were right there. Okay, that's 31st of July. Now let's mark 20th of August right there, and then 20th of August right here. So you see the difference. From the 31st of July to 20th of August, we were trading down. 31st of July to 20th of August, we were trading up. So CAD was strong whilst New Zealand was weak, causing this to drop. Got it? That is what you want to see. Okay, that is what you want to see, because once you see this, all your eyes is going to see is, okay, we are bearish on this pair, retracement, sell short. Remember, I gave a short idea from here to take out this low. Okay, but because it's a swing trade, I was trying to protect the down candle. That's why we got stopped out, but it's still bearish. Yeah, once you understand this, what I'm showing you now, you will be able to swing trade very, very easily and not worried about your trades. Okay, so right now, let's see potential swing trade ideas that could be playing out by looking at the highs and lows. Which one is diverging? So if we look at CAD, we see CAD dropping now. Yeah, we see CAD dropping now, and sorry, New Zealand dropping now, CAD dropping now. So the relationship between them is not good. That's why you see this kind of price action. Okay, it's like they are going sideways. If we come back and you put Swiss, okay, now look at Swiss. This is Swiss, we are pushing up. This is New Zealand, is sideways. Okay, so if you go onto New Zealand Swiss, if you go on New Zealand Swiss NZD-CHF, what is it doing? Dropping. So with this pullback, what is it telling you? You can sell short again. Why? Look at the relationship. This one is pushing up, this one is not doing anything. Okay, so this pullback is likely, based on the daily, is likely to send price down. Looking at the 4 hour, what I've taught you. So here is a sell, stop above here, look for a trade back down here. Okay, if we go back and we put maybe this is New Zealand, let's look at Aussie. Aussie and New Zealand are doing almost identical, with this one slightly being bullish. Okay, the reason why we're not seeing explosive moves on the Aussie New Zealand and it's dragging its feet, yeah, the reason why it's dragging its feet is because of this. Okay, if we had let's go back in time here, right here. Okay, right here, when this was going sideways and we saw this explosive move to the upside, that's when we could catch an explosive move on Aussie New Zealand. There will come a time that this one of them will be explosive. Okay, and not just even explosive, one of them will diverge. Take note of that word, diverge. One of them will be going up and the other one will be going down. That's when you have the highest probability on your side. Okay, when one of them is diverging. So diverging means that you will see one going up and then the other one going down. That is the ones you want to be trading, like I showed you on New Zealand CAD. Okay, when you see one going up, one going down, that's the best time to trade them. Okay, so for example, and sideways, when it's going sideways and it's not doing much. So let's say this pair is going sideways and this one is rallying, yeah, from 24th August. Yeah, from 24th August, this thing has been going sideways. So if you check Aussie Yen, let's go back to Aussie Yen and look from 24th of August. Yeah, 24th of August, you get explosive move to the upside. Okay, you get explosive move to the upside. Why? Because this thing is pushing higher whilst this thing is going sideways. If this was dropping, the move on the upside would be like what we see on pound right now. Yeah, if this was going lower. Okay, I think there was one on Swiss when one was doing the opposite. let's go back to here, AUDCHF. Okay, from 25th of August. 25th of August. Again, same area. 25th of August was in here. Okay, price was sideways. Okay, 25th of August is in here, price was sideways, and that caused this huge move to the upside. All right, so once you're able to determine what these ones are doing, and like I did mention, the best ones will be always look at what the dollar is doing. Once you know what the dollar is doing, then you have a huge advantage. But let's say dollar is not doing anything and it's sideways, then you use the individual ones to pair and see, okay, dollar is just dead, or our commander is dead. Now let's fight between ourselves. Okay, so the fight between ourselves would be, okay, who is the strongest and who is the weakest? The strongest would be the one going up, the weakest would be the one either going sideways or dropping, and then you just pair them. Okay, so if we put euro here, and then we put, let's say, any New Zealand. All right, let's remove all this business, and then let's look at when we had that huge move to the upside on euro New Zealand in here. When you had this huge move from the 10th of July and the 9th of July till 21st of August, 9th of July to 23rd of August. So 9th of July, right in here. Okay, you can see price was sideways. Right in there, price was sideways, right? But look at what euro is doing. Euro is exploding to the upside, and that caused this to move that way. Spend time to study this relationship and you will be amazed how you're gonna catch these trades. All right, I think I've run out of time. I didn't want to push my run time to 1 hour 30 minutes today, but you understand what I've tried to communicate. We are not done. We will still do more on this, and by the time you finish, swing trading will be very easy for you. You just need to understand the relationship and always try your best to track them. Okay, so you don't get caught by surprises, right? You track them and see, especially like, let's say, going forward. Okay, this is the euro, dude. Okay, like right now we had euro taking out stops and it's pushing higher. This is New Zealand, right? We haven't taken any stop, and the move to the upside is different, okay, from this one. We had an up candle, we have an up candle, we have a down candle. So straight away you see that this pair is stronger than that just by looking at the candles. Okay, so if you come on New Zealand, Aussie, Euro New Zealand, your focus should be what? To the upside for now. Okay, it could change, but for now your focus should be to the upside. That's why we've been focusing on buying. So hopefully you got something out of this, and you should understand how the relation. I don't want to go into much details, because if I do, I take all the learning or the discovery that you will find yourself out of it. And that's the fun part. Once you're able to go, because when I was taught this, okay, it didn't go much into details like I'm doing. Okay, it was just explanation. Look at the highs, look at the lows, and then see the relationship between them, and then find your own discovery. But I'm going into much details because I've spent time studying it and I've seen it. That's why I'm going into my details. But you discovering it yourself will be beneficial, because you're gonna see firsthand how they are being moved and how you can anticipate them. Okay, how they are being moved and how you can anticipate them. So with that, I will close with this. Trading, okay, it's all about your effort. 100% effort, 1% gain, or 1% result. If you put in less than 100% effort, your results are not gonna show. You put 100% effort in this, you're gonna see gain, or you're gonna see results. The results are not going to be 100%, but you will see results. If you don't put in 100%, you will not see results. Your performance will be swinging up and down. Okay, so I've done my best to give you everything you need to see in price. Now it's up to you to put in the effort to put them together and then do something with it. I cannot do that for you. You have to do that work. All right, so I'll see you Monday. There will be no afternoon session today, as today is Friday. So I'll see you Monday at 1:30 on YouTube for the free session. If you do have any question, send it to me. Oh, sorry, I'm just seeing I'm just seeing your question right now. And if you put Dixie, no, okay, so when it comes to Dixie, okay, Dixie is the commander. Let's use commander. Okay, the commander is what you look at first. The commander is what you look at first all the time. Okay, you're gonna decide, is the commander going up or going down? That's your first step. So if the commander is going down, we know the commander is going down. Let's say right here, in here, from once this low was broken, okay, we know the commander was going down. And that was the second week of the last 2 weeks of July. We did get some substantial gains, or some good trades in there. Why? Because the commander was going down. It's so obvious. When the commander is going down, everybody should be going up. Okay, so right here on this day, 21st July, dollar is going down, commander is going down, so everyone. So if we put pound here from 21st July, it's right there. Okay, 21st July is right there. Pound should be going up. 21st July, euro should be going up. 21st July, where is it? Yen is going up. 21st July, where is it? Aussie is going up. 21st July, where is it? There. CAD is going up. 21st July. And there. Swiss is going up. 21st July. Right. New Zealand. Look at New Zealand from 21st July, what it was doing. Okay. Was it doing the same thing as the other ones? No. It did go up, but it went and stalled sideways. Okay, so that is your clue. Once this went up and it started going sideways, market structure is going to break on a pair that is paired against it. So 21st of July, we got this pair from here to break down. Okay, remember, all in here we were trying to catch a short. Yeah, in here we were trying to catch a short, and then this thing pushed up and then rejected. In here I started calling that we'll be looking for a sell, we have a consolidation, price is pushing up, it's gonna reverse. That was why. Okay, and then New Zealand yen, where was it? In here I was calling this thing to go down. Yeah, that was why. Now you know why. Right? Now you know why. I've let everything out, so you should be empowered by now. All right, these are things that I'm supposed to keep to myself and make me and make me look wonderful when I teach or when I show certain things on chat. But I've given it all out because that's what everyone is supposed to do. Okay, if you have something, you share, so we make the world a better place. All right, so I'm gonna end here. Go back through what I've taught you the last 3 days, and your trading should never be the same. I'll see you on Monday.